Welcome to the Fighter's Take, guys. Brought to you by BetDSI. As always, I'm your host, Hollywood Joe Tussing, and tonight we are watching the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale, the main event. Kamaru Usman, number 5 170-pounder, taking on the number 3 welterweight Rafael Dos Anjos in sort of a title eliminator. Dos Anjos coming off a loss to Covington, and he takes another loss to a heavy wrestler in Kamaru Usman. But before we get to tonight's fight, take a look down the description after the video, follow the link over to BetDSI, sign up for an account, and they will match your first deposit up to $500. So tonight's main event, Ultimate Fighter Finale 28, Usman versus Dos Anjos, and Dos Anjos takes another L from an experienced and dominant top game wrestler in Kamaru Usman. All 5 rounds were pretty much the same, very similar game plan from Usman throughout the fight. A lot of pressure, throwing some good combos and getting good entries into takedowns. Rafael Dos Anjos was able to get up from some of these takedowns, did well getting his back against the cage, wall walking, getting back to his feet, but ultimately it was a futile effort because he would just be drugged back to the ground and catch some more ground and pound from the dominant Kamaru Usman. In the 5th round, Usman tried to turn it up a bit, tried to get the finish, but couldn't make it happen. Throughout the fight, Rafael Dos Anjos landed a pretty nice up kick, also landed a nice knee as Usman shot in, but those were really the most effective shots throughout the fight. Usman pretty much had all 5 rounds handled with no problems. The 3 judges give Usman the decision 45-50, all 5 rounds going to Usman. And Rafael Dos Anjos just doesn't look big enough to be a welterweight, and he's a little bit too big to be 155 pounders. That's where I think the 155, 65, and 75 pound divisions will help guys out like Rafael Dos Anjos that are just in no man's land of weight classes, not big enough to really to get to the top of the 170 pound division, but just a bit too big to stay at 155 pounds. Interested to see who Usman gets matched up with next. Will he get the winner of Covington versus Woodley, or will they match him up with another contender, possibly Stephen Wonderboy Thompson? Only time will tell. I'm interested in the fight between Covington and Usman. There's been a lot of talk back and forth over the last year and a half between those two, and they have very similar styles. But Colby Covington was able to do a lot more effective work against Rafael Dos Anjos, more effective ground and pound than Kamaru Usman in this fight. So in that fight, I think I would have to go with Colby Covington just because his pressure is even more relentless than Kamaru Usman. All around great night of fights. A little bit of controversy from the referees, Yves Levine stepping in and halfway stopping fights, but great card. Some great fights from the Ultimate Fighter finale winners, Chiasson and Espino. Looking forward to tomorrow night's card. We got Tuivasa taking on Junior Dos Santos. Been pumped for that fight for a few weeks now. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Don't forget, down in the description, follow the link over to BetDSI. Sign up for an account. They will match your first deposit up to $500. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and until next time, I'll talk to you soon.